Jamie, welcome home.
Thank you. Nice to be home.
Getting a cast in a Sir Kenneth Branagh movie, is that a wee bit like getting the Willy Wonka golden ticket?
It is a wee bit like that, actually, yeah. Particularly when the movie's about your hometown. It's a unique package, that, and the sort of thing that only really probably happens once in a career. So, yeah, good text message to get from my agent that night, and yeah, I'll be forever grateful for it.
Did you do a wee dance around the kitchen or something, or...?
I'm not much of a dancer.
Yeah, well,
that's not true.
I've watched the movie.
Listen, when contractually obliged, I'll dance. But yeah, no, it was a pleasing thing, because you know, I'm all for telling stories from home. I'll hopefully, given the opportunity, do that the rest of my career. But I won't do another one literally called Belfast. And particularly with the people involved in it, we're just so sort of mega. Present company included.
You're about to say excluded.
So yeah, it was it felt special. Yeah,
and must be for you too, Caitriona, because we're adopting you because you're from Monaghan.
Yeah, I'm only down the road.
Close enough.
Close enough. No, it was amazing. I mean, yeah, I think everyone else had pretty much signed on when I got the call, and so it was the list of everybody involved. Plus, just when I read the script, it was just so beautiful. So yeah, it was a very, very quick and easy yes.
But did you actually feel the pressure because it was Ken's story to tell it?
I think initially, yeah. I mean, I don't think I've been as scared going into a project as I was with this one in a way, but the first day we all got together and Ken had Judy, Kieran, Jamie and myself sit in a room and just chat, and immediately, you know, I think obviously sort of put Judy and Ken and Kieran and everyone up on pedestal, and Jamie, but it's
I'm loving this mutual love going on.
In all fairness, that's a very packed pedestal there.
It is a very packed pedestal, but I think, and you know, as soon as you meet everybody, it's, you know, it just, all of that gets stripped away, and everybody is just so lovely and so amazing that it just felt, yeah, it felt very fun immediately, didn't it?
But the script itself is lovely. I mean, there's the laughter, there's the pathos as well, and plus the Belfastisms going in there. Ken obviously has them himself, but were you able to slip any in yourself, thinking I might actually say this here?
Yeah, it was a wee bit of that. Like, he was very open to that, you know, and sort of touching on what your question to Caitriona before about, like, that pressure was amazing, that we're playing his parents. Kieran and Judy are playing his grandparents, and these two little boys are playing him and his brother. You'd expect there to be this sort of extra pressure to, you know, honour those people in his life, but he actually just gave us this sort of freedom to make it our own, and sort of within that was, you know, ad-libbing colloquialisms and stuff, which was, I'd probably have to teach you a few of them.
Well, there's still one I still don't understand.
Sorry?
The one that was like, gooseberries will grow on an apple tree or something like that. I went around the whole cast and does anyone understand what that is? And everyone was like, no. I was like, all right, I'm just going to...
Yeah, we'll get on to that one. Yeah, because it was obviously coming up the lock in a bubble.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's, which...
Yeah, I understood that one.
Yeah, absolutely. But was it like being part of a family because you were taken away from lockdown to a village in England and suddenly... just get on with it?
Very much.
Yeah, like it was such an uncertain time. You know, this is in between the two lockdowns, so it was, nobody had a clue where their next job was coming from. And then to not only have your next job arrive, but for it to be something so cool was kind of amazing. So there was this sort of sense of like giddiness that we were all so lucky to be together making this. And look, didn't feel great at the time, at the beginning, certainly, that we weren't able to do it here in Belfast. And I mean, luckily they got to do all that exterior stuff, and the film opens with what Northern Irish Tourist Board must be the happiest day of their lives when they watch that. But you know, we did, because as Caitriona said, like, so many Irish people were there, and the sets were so authentic and beautifully made that you would forget sometimes, and you just felt like we were all just in Belfast together, and it was a lovely family atmosphere in the set.
And also talking to young Jude and young Lewis, and I was talking about the slagging that went on between the pair of you, and but trying to explain to English people that's a mark of respect.
Totally, exactly, and I think people...
Jude obviously respects you hugely, because all he does is bully the hell out of you.
It's really upped the level since we've like been promoting it. Yeah. Like it was bad enough on set, but like I can give it too. But like I'm trying to be the bigger man here, not give it. Now,
well, I think we used to torture Jude on set, but I think Jude is now, you know, he's the man about town, so he's just like taking it.
Well, he's on the posters, like
yeah, exactly.
But he is such a dude.
I know he is.
Yeah, we're trying to not let him lose the run of himself just yet.
Yeah. We'll take him down a few pegs this week.
Exactly.
Because I was also asking them, and they're sorted because I mean the film has been so well received. The awards that it's been getting are just fantastic and so well deserved that of course the name Oscar is coming up. And I asked them, have they got the suits? And they have.
Well, Lewis better not buy his because he'll have grown out of it.
But he's bought it.
Cheapers. Yeah. But listen, all that stuff's fun, but like it's a... You know, to be in those conversations is class, but like it's a long old road to that to get there, and there's still other movies people haven't seen yet and all sorts. But it's definitely been fun to sort of feed off that excitement in the last couple of months.
And I would also, you know, as actors, you're always learning, but to work with the likes of Sir Ken, because he's got such a unique way of directing those extreme close-ups, and then suddenly you get a theatre style one act. That must be so difficult because. First the lines, and you don't want to cock it up.
Yes, true. I never did though.
No,
that's not strictly true. No. And it was exciting, wasn't it? I mean, I remember there was one day we have quite an intense scene, and it was just so amazing the way he was shooting things from Buddy's sort of perspective. So the camera was way back in the other room, and we were like, is he going to come in for a close-up? Oh, he's not. And then you're sort of like, oh, and then it gives you a freedom, I think, in a different way. It's sort of...
Yeah, there's a different sort of energy that comes when the camera is that close to your face as to when you're not really noticing it in the background or hidden behind obscured by a chair or something. It changes the way you think, I think, doesn't it? But Ken, you know, I think for all the massive big tentpole movies he's done, and for him to do something a little bit more sort of reduced in scale and so personal, I think for him was just such a thrill, I think, and obviously so cathartic for him to tell this story 50 years after the event, you know, so...
And
it's been quite an emotional ride so far.
It's just a film full of love stories. A love story to Belfast, love story between yourselves, love story between Pops and Granny, love story of the kids and all that. But also, I mean, the other portrayal, Van Morrison's music.
I was about to say that, yeah.
Fab.
I mean, yeah, if you're not a Van fan, this is a tough watch. This is, but
it's the beautifully worked in.
Beautifully worked in, and he is... very much a part of the fabric of this place, you know. Lots of people have lots of things to say about Van as the person, but undeniably his music is, you know, part of the tapestry of the place and the people from this place. So it just makes total sense to have it sort of drowning in Van, you know, and this new original song he wrote for the beginning of it, and I think Ken and him had a brilliant time collaborating on it, and I'm all for a whole movie of Van music. It's pretty great.
I mean, it's gorgeous. His voice is just so soulful and so evocative, and it adds another layer.
It just is Belfast. Like his voice is Belfast. That's what it is.
And talking of soulful and evocative voices, Everlasting Love.
There you go. That's the only Van break we get musically is me.
It's Jamie Dornan.
And that just, to me, it's hard to explain that series without being a spoiler alert, but that scene was just so joyous. Was it filmed in, it almost seemed like the rap party.
It kind of had that
felt
feeling
a wee bit
in
like
a
that, didn't
weird
it?
way.
Yeah.
I mean, most of what we were shooting prior to that scene was outside, or in I think that was our day with the most people on set.
Yeah.
Other than when we filmed the riot stuff, which was after that.
Yeah.
So it did have this kind of joyous party feeling anyway. But it was so fun.
The whole gang were there, except Kieran, obviously. 6 feet under by then.
Yeah.
Spoiler
alert. But listen, the whole film to me, even though it's set against the backdrop of the Troubles, was joyous. And thank you both very much indeed. Really, really appreciate you taking the time.
Thanks, Pamela.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.